Hey guys, it's Sam Morgan here from Verge Magazine and Alternative Sports. I'm giving you a little bonus bit of content today as I'm joined by an Arizona Cardinal. No sort of bias here whatsoever. As you guys know, I am a Cardinals fan, but I'm joined by Lecitus Smith. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. And you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. We've I've had the late night, obviously staying up to watch games. But for you, obviously a nice nice time zone for you to watch the games. What did you think of the games yesterday?
Oh man. Well, first and foremost, starting off with the Cardinals, it sucked that we didn't come out with a win. I feel like, my teammates went out there, played hard, you know, did what needed to be done. They call, the ball just didn't fall in our favor. It just ball wasn't in our court. So the end of the day, we just keep working hard and keep striving to get better every day. And hopefully this conversation to be different in the future, just about winning games instead of, taking a loss. So, just to speak about our game, it sucked taking a
Yeah.
loss.
No, you know what? It's hard one. I always it's when I look at the schedule, I always see the Rams, and I'm just like we don't seem to get the job done, and I'm just like okay, I see improvements, and then I see like you said, it doesn't fall our way. But how good are the Rams?
I think the Rams are a good team. No knock to them or anything like that. They're a really good team. They have some really, big time key players on that team. Of course, some superstars. But to say the least, I think they're a really good team, especially after seeing it in person, see them play for the first time in person yesterday. Yeah, they're a really good team.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess the dressing room right now, you've gone from the highs of that comeback, obviously with the Raiders, which had me obviously excited as well, but then obviously the lows of that. How does the team sort of recover from that, from those highs and lows? Who is it that gets that sort of locker room together to get sort of their minds right for the next game?
Honestly, we have so many leaders in that locker room. There are so many people that could step up and speak on behalf of the team. Guys like DJ Humphreys, Buda Baker, JJ Watt, guys like that to step up and speak for the team and speak to the team as far as just letting them know, like, hey guys, we got to pick it up, or hey guys, we're off to a good start. We just got to keep building and climbing. And like you said, yeah, we were really excited about the win we had last week versus the Raiders, but we also weren't blind to our mistakes, so to speak. It wasn't like, oh, we got the win, that's that. It was like pretty much the saying in the locker room was after that game was, okay, we won, we got a job done, but let's not start so slow. So that's pretty much what we intended to do. Yesterday versus the Rams was, get up to a quick start. We didn't get out to a fast start at all, but that's kind of what we're trying to get going. We're trying to get out to a fast start, get going early, and play a clean game. Instead of playing catch up. In the second half.
Yeah, yeah. And as a whole, right now, the season seems to be that term any given Sunday seems to be getting
Yeah.
used so much right now. And we're only in week three. So, what are your thoughts of the sort of early results and surprises that you've seen so far?
Uh, Honestly, there's been so many surprises since I've been in the league. Um, Talking about just like roster changes and cuts and just next man up. That is, I've been hearing next man up since like high school. I heard it more in college, but now you really hear it in the NFL because somebody go down, you can't really bat an eye, you can't fold, you can't sit back on your hands. Like what's next? It's like that next guy has to be ready to roll. So like, and then as far as just teams in general, like you said, with any given Sunday, saying you never know what team is going to come out on top and what team is going to lose, and upsets happen every single week. So um, I feel like that's saying really like pertains to that. You never really know what team is going to come out on top and what team is going to take the L that week.
Yeah, no, it has been pretty crazy. So, obviously, the London games are happening this week, and it's going to be a busy couple of weeks for the rest of the guys that are obviously involved. You
Right.
guys are heading over to Mexico. Is that something you're excited to do? And have you ever played the game outside of the States?
Never, I've never played the game outside of the States. And honestly, I'm very excited. Very excited. I really do not know what to expect. So it's like I said, I'm jacked up. I'm excited for the time to come and just to be able to experience it. And I don't know, see how it goes. Not the game, but just the atmosphere and things like that. Like I said, I've never played the game outside of the States.
Yeah, no, it is interesting. I've seen speaking to a lot of players before, obviously when they've come over to here in London, obviously how different it is. They're trying to work out what the crowd noise is going to be like, and obviously that can have a sort of a real effect. So it's a nice change. But for yourself, obviously coming in via the draft as well, and obviously congratulations, because I hold my hands up and full praise to anyone and get themselves at the top and in the NFL. We obviously started this international combine now here, and we've had some successes off that, which is happening again, obviously next week. So my question to you: first off, what's the sort of mind frame that you have to put yourself in to get those results in the combine? And is there any part of it that you're going, I need to make this work, otherwise my chance won't come?
Undoubtedly, yes, yes. Just to kind of speak on my mindset personally, it's a very, very, very stressful time because you're at the combine for, I believe, 3 days. Yeah, I believe you're there for 3 days, 2 to 3 days. I think it was three, but anyway, in that time frame, you're always being told that somebody's always watching. Make sure you're doing everything right. Make sure you're being respectful and present yourself well. Which of course you should be respectful always, but just present yourself well and things like that. But also, yeah, when it comes time to get out there on that field and put in the work, it is stressful. It's very stressful because of your mind. You probably have set times that a set time you want to run the 40 or the shuttle, or a set height that you want to jump when it comes to doing your vertical. So you have all these goals that you have to reach in your mind. And God forbid you have a tweak or something. Say if you're out there warming up, running fast for 10 yards, and you feel a slight pinch of your hamstring. You're like, oh my gosh, I have to run a 40 in a few minutes. What am I going to do? So that honestly popped into my head a little bit. I didn't do everything at the combine. I had to end up doing things at my pro day because I didn't do it at the combine. So I fell into that category. Like I said, it's very, very stressful because you want to be able to compete at the highest level and just PR on everything. You want to be able to outdo yourself on every single jump or run that you have to do. But if you fall short of that, now you're stuck with the thoughts of, oh my gosh, I didn't do well. This guy ran faster than me. He jumped higher. He benched more. What do the coaches think of me? So it is very, very stressful. So the advice I would give out to guys that's getting ready to do that is do your best, but also you kind of have to have a let it go mentality. You didn't run quite as fast, like prepare the best you can. But if you get out there and you don't run as fast as you wanted to, it's done. Like if you're stressing about it so much to the point where you're like, dang, I didn't get that 40 time. And then you get ready to do the vertical jump, but your mindset can't transition to the next thing. Now you're going to find yourself in an even worse situation. Now it goes from, okay, I didn't run a 40 as fast as I wanted to. Okay, now you didn't jump as high as you wanted to. Your shuttle time isn't as fast as you wanted to. You don't want to let it linger. So I feel like that was one thing for me. Let it go. Find a guy that's there that you may know of or something like that and conversate with him, talk to him. That's how it was with Marquise Hayes when it came to the combine and even the Senior Bowl. So, find a guy and just talk to him, kind of get it out your head, talk to family. You see guys on their phones all the time. Talk to somebody that's going to keep you calm and level-headed because it is very stressful.
No, I hear that. And that's some good advice. And I'm sure the guys are obviously listening to that as well. So no, I really appreciate it. So you got the call. Obviously, the Cardinals obviously came in for you. Obviously, I'm sure the excitement's there. You obviously got that call. But did you look at the roster, the Cardinals, and go, yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting anyone in particular? Was there anyone that sort of stood out to you?
Yes. I was interested in meeting DJ. I was really, really interested in meeting Will Hernandez. I really was because me being in college, getting ready to come out, I would just sit back and I would, sad to say, I would literally get on the internet and, Google my name, look up my name, like, oh my gosh, what are they saying about me? what a team's saying, who's it look like it's gonna be. Because like I said, it's the whole process in general is stressful. So in my mind, I'm kind of trying to get like I'm trying to see like, okay, who do I think it's gonna be? Who do I think it's gonna be? Where do I think I'm gonna end up? The whole nine. So sometimes I find myself on YouTube trying to look at different players, and I really like in my mind, I'm like, I'd love to model my game after Will. Like, big, just, he's not the tallest guy, but he's really wide, really, really, really strong. So, and he's really aggressive. So I want to be a guy like that. I want to be the aggressor when it comes to the run game and just even a passing game and get my hands on guys and locking them up. So I watched a lot of film on Will Hernandez, and I mean, honestly, I wanted to model my game after Will, so honestly, and I mean, I'm not embarrassed to say I told him this a few times, but I knew a lot about Will before I ever shook his hand because I looked up so much of him. I looked up the whole nine about him. So I knew a lot about him before I even met him, but he was a guy I was really excited to meet. Of course, Kyler, JJ, Zach Ertz. So just guys, who worked there, but D-Hop, of course. Can't skip over that. D-Hop. Definitely excited to see D-Hop. I see, when we first got on the call, I seen the jersey. Yeah, I noticed the jersey. But no, I mean, I remember stepping in the facility and he walked in after me. And me and the other rookie offensive lineman, Marquise Hayes, we looked like, bro, that's D-Hop. Like, that's D-Hop right there. So I mean, there was a few guys that I was excited to meet. And so far everybody is really cool. It ain't like they just treat me like some rookie. Everybody's very cool and welcome.
Yeah, no, I hear that. It's good. It warms my heart that the organisation obviously looks after everyone that comes in there. And I always hear sort of people speak quite highly, obviously, of Bidwell and the rest of the organisation as well. So it's always quite nice. So I'm going to come away a little bit from football. Let's talk like on a lifestyle thing. So as you can see, probably a few shoeboxes in the background right now. What is your sort of little sort of obsession or thing that you like to sort of treat yourself with?
As far as shoes or just anything?
In general.
I'm starting to get into shoes and clothes more. So, I mean, I like to do some shopping. I'm not huge on it. I'm not gonna, go to the mall and just, blow money left and right. But yes, I do like shoes and clothes. I like Jordans, really like Jordans. I'm just now starting to get into kind of the designer brands. So not too long ago, I went and bought me the Balenciaga
Okay.
sock runners,
Yeah.
and I've been wanting Dior. So I don't know, maybe I need to let some paycheck stack before I go get those though. So yeah, I like shoes. I like shoes and clothes, but shoes more so.
And obviously with yourself now, obviously in Scottsdale, what's been sort of your favorite sort of food joint right now?
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh man. And my girlfriend get out so often and go eat at so many different places. Um, my favorite overall, Maple and Ash is a really, really good spot. It is, but it's not just like a sit down brunch or lunch type of place. It is a like really nice restaurant. It's like a high end restaurant, and in like the if for the people that's actually that's been to the Scottsdale area, it's over by the Fashion Square Mall. It's like the high end area, really really nice. So that's a really good spot. We eat there very often. There's a Mexican spot called K38. Very very good, very good. They have these loaded fries that you get with like you get uh, you get ground beef, melted cheese, jalapenos and the egg sat on top of it with like Parmesan spread all over it. Very, very good. So those would probably be like my top two places right now.
Sorry if I've made you hungry, but I've made myself hungry just asking that question. So no, definitely some spots there because obviously, as we know, Super Bowl is obviously in Arizona this year, or well, next year. So for everyone obviously going there, you got a few spots then if you can go and check those out. Obviously, come February. But the news of Rihanna halftime show. So here's my question:
Yeah.
Can Rihanna beat the boys from last year with Eminem, Dre, 50 Cent, and Snoop, obviously?
I feel like it's kind of unfair because you have Rihanna And then, like you said, you had Dr. Dre, you had Snoop, you had 50 Cent even. You had so many iconic rappers and musicians for one halftime show, and to kind of like try to pair all them up against her, like there's no way she could compete. I mean, I hate to sound crazy when I say that, but it's we're talking one artist versus like six iconic artists. So I don't know if she'll be able to top it. I mean, if they throw different people in there with it, then yeah, maybe it'll be like a conversation to where she could probably top that. But last year's halftime show was really really good.
Nice,
Really good.
nice. So I'm going to close out. This is something that I'm trying to experiment with now. So I'm going to put you on your toes a little bit. You get to ask me one question, any question you like.
Okay, so me and my girlfriend were literally just talking about traveling, like maybe like kind of our first vacation when the off season hits. So not to jump ahead, like I don't want anybody assuming that I'm just ready for the season to be over. That's not at all what I'm saying. We have just different kind of conversations all the time. Just out the box conversations. But I asked her that, and I was wondering, would you recommend us come to the UK, and if so, where?
Ah,
Where specifically?
without a doubt, always recommend coming over to the UK. Obviously, off season, nicely get the weather right. You don't want rainy London. But it is London. You need to start off in London. Come and enjoy some good food. There's everything. Everything's great, but no Mexican. We don't have a good Mexican joint. And if someone wants to step up and say that that they have a good place to go, I'll fully recommend it. But fish and chips, obviously, got to go with the general sort of English foods. Pie and mash, try it. But yeah, come and check out London. Obviously, get yourself up. Obviously, work your way up north if you can. Go and see some great sites out there as well. The great thing about London, we're in the central bit there. So once you're done, you can hop on a train and you're in Central Europe. So you can check
Okay,
on that. It's literally an hour and a half train from King's Cross, and you're in France. You're in Paris. Check out
that's
Disneyland in Paris.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man, okay, I didn't know all of that. Okay, so I don't know if I bump into you during this off season now. Make sure you
Hey,
make sure you introduce yourself in person.
100%, man. 100%. But hey, if you do that, I needed a Cedar Smith jersey to put up with D
Oh,
Hop.
I got you. So when we bump into each other, I'm gonna pull it out and be like, okay, I got you right here.
Do that. I'll
Got you.
exchange it for some fish and chips for you and your
Okay,
girl. There you
okay.
go. Done.
Sounds like a fair swap to me.
Love it. Love it. But listen, man, I appreciate your time. And obviously giving out obviously your views obviously for the combine and obviously your views on the season so far. But guys, that has been another sort of segment from the Hurry Up. And again, Lecitus, thanks for your time, dude.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You have a great day.
You too, my man.